Cool cats, cool dudes, and Lee Peltier's ex-wife, probably. Welcome to this. We all love Leeds, where the show where we discuss our love of Leeds. How are you, Mr. Ben?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
I've been a lot worse. Thank you for asking. So I want to say hello to everyone. Just before we get into something else, which is obviously sort of more important than football, some would say. Just want to point out Emerson, who I do know from the Mr. Arsenal podcast, basically has said, "Hi Tom, congratulations to Leeds United women by going through to the fourth round of the FA Women's Cup when they drew 1-1 in 90 minutes and won on penalties against Darwin." Now, I thought, oh, that's really nice, that. But then he went, correction, Tom. Sorry that your women's team out of the FA Women's Cup went down to Darwin on penalties despite being 1-1 in 90 minutes. Sorry for the earlier messages. I thought you'd won. Well, life comes at you fast, doesn't it?
Pretty fourth round exit ever.
Exactly.
Terrible.
Exactly.
Terrible football,
Anyway,
all that. God bless them. God bless them. But, it's not worth an hour and a half of your time.
No, but thank you for thinking of us, Emerson. Appreciate it.
Yes.
So I thought, obviously, we'd start off with big news in the world of football, where obviously Terry Venables has died. Obviously, it's not nice to hear that to anyone, but obviously Terry happened to be our manager for it was about 9 months, wasn't it? With respect to him.
Yeah. I was remembering from Euro '96. Not as more fun. One of the best tournaments ever. Yeah.
Exactly. I was going to say, in his defence, in his tenure here, it was obviously that like the Titanic had started to fall, and I'd say a lot of things were taken out of his hands. I think it's fair to say in hindsight.
Oh yeah, he's not to blame, was he? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
sinking ship.
Like, I know he was absolutely furious that we sold Jonathan Woodgate. Like, he actually wanted to quit over that. Like, that was how important he thought Jonathan was to his team. But as you quite rightly said, Euro '96, for people of a certain age, it would be like your first experience of football, right? Well, not yours. That makes you sound older than you are. But you know what I mean. Like, there were a lot of people who would be like, it was one of mine, personally. Some great memories, great times. And hello, Jimmy.
Nice would have been your second tournament, would it not?
Yeah, exactly right. Like, it's obviously not my first, because obviously everyone, well, I'll say everyone, anyone in our community knows I got into football because of the '94 World Cup and the times that the matches took over children's TV. But the first tournament when I was actively involved in supporting or following football would have been Euro '96.
Yeah.
And obviously it was a bit of mixed feelings on that day when Gary McAllister stepped up for that penalty. But then 20 seconds later, I forgot that he was playing for Leeds, because when Gazza flipped that ball over Colin Hendry.
I felt the same when David Healy scored. He beat us. Yeah, it's a bit mixed.
Yeah, it was very, because obviously at that time, I'm guessing this is the same for you, Ben, but like us not being in the Premier League and not really having anyone in the England team apart from ex-Leeds players who we had no real affinity for at that point, it was like, it wasn't the worst thing that a Leeds player scored against England, was it?
No.
It's kind of fun.
If anyone's going to score, I like it to be them, you know.
Exactly.
You always want them to score when they're not playing England, don't you? So
that's exactly right. Yeah. So obviously our condolences to Terry, his family, and his friends. I doubt they're watching this, but in case you are, yeah. So yeah, that's that. So what's on the docket today? Well, there's the small matter of the game we played on Friday night. Hello, Russ Morgan. Good evening. How are you? He was awake late last night due to wrestling.
how did he do?
I can tell you just quickly, I think he had a respectable score. Russ got 4 out of 5, so done very well. And it's the man himself. Some call him director, some call him king, but we mainly call him director. So, hello, John. How are you? He must have been talking when he said handsome bastard. Yeah.
We love it. We do love him.
Yeah. I thought it would be just, you know how much time flies, and this is why you should cherish the moments when you're in them, I suppose, is the best way to say this, because this time last year, we were enjoying 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. football matches for a week and a half. And it was glorious. Yeah. But on the flip side of that, problem that is you then end up with the international break. And this is the best part of the season because it's the longest possible time before another international break.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people like that stuff. I'm so tired, but it was good. It was very good. Obviously, the chance to stat pad against an international minnow, Harry Kane. Just saying. And don't know if you're aware of this, Ben, but there's Monday night football. And then there's Monday night football. So, just, yeah, that's a thing. Takes back to our childhood. Growing up in England, can I play? Dunno, mate, not my ball. The owner of the ball decided all. Yeah. We've all played with football, won these once in our life. And the epitome of all street football.
That was the worst ball to get hit in the ear with wet.
Oh yeah, in the winter when it had picked up all the water and it started to ice inside.
Yeah.
Oh, it was carnage. Yeah. Especially when the panels started rubbing off, but they weren't fully off. Like when they're scratched.
Yeah. And you used to peel them off.
Yeah.
And then when the cloth went, that was it. You balked.
Yeah. But even if the score was 12-0, it was always next goal wins when it was time to go home.
Oh, jumpers for
And
goal.
if you lost 12-1, you still won.
I hope that ain't copyright.
Yeah. I don't make the rules. I'm just saying that's how it was on the streets, bro. That's how it was on the streets. Got a quick story about Neil Warnock that he told. Paul Pesky-Salido, wife of Karen Brady, but also... Oh, no, he's not the wife of Cam Brady. He's the husband of Cam Brady. Forget that. He once said that Neil Warnock convinced them all to put £10 in a pot, winner takes all at bowling. And then only then did he pull out his own bowling shoes, his custom ball, shot 250 and took all their money. Pure Warnock. He's not looking for a job at the moment, but I suspect come January he'll be in the market. Yeah. I saw this and it was like, that's the footballing version of your phone having full phone reception. And I saw this question out there. I swear, but I don't know what some people are thinking. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but can a soccer player, he's wrong there for a start, can a football player shave a hole in his super large afro and carry the ball inside it?
I'm not even on to that.
I don't know what to say about that.
You overthink that, right? And then you think it deserves an answer and it don't.
Yeah, nah. Like, I started reading, like, the small print, and I was like, no, just the title was enough. So, on to our more traditional Sunday roast. Spurs have released a book. No one knows what it's called, because it's got no title. Of course it has. You've won a season ticket at Tottenham, or the large fries. So, that's the new Spurs monopoly. One more on Spurs. The traditional way to win football matches is to score goals that count. Poor son. 3 in a row for them. 3 losses in a row. Some good old classic EPL posting of well, when he's judging Man City and Chelsea's financial fair play breaches, boys will be boys, case dismissed. But when they're judging Everton, I hereby order you to be deducted 10 points. It should be more, but for the purpose of a joke.
Should have been more, yeah.
Should have been more. We would like to welcome Everton Football Club to the Championship. Sorry, just practicing for May. After today, hopefully. And I saw this, Ben. I swear it's a real thing. I saw this. A call out for every Everton fan. Banking with Barclays. Move your money, mortgage, savings, etc. Uprising Part 1. I don't know.
It was a good goal, wasn't it? I hate praising them. He should be wanting to play for a team, wanting to win trophies. That boy. That was a good goal.
Yeah. It's the Uber man, David from Seattle. Well, he's in Seattle currently. Hello, David. We got out of jail yesterday with the results. We got out of jail with the results yesterday after a poor result Friday. On to the next game. Yeah, that's the fairest way to look at it.
Yeah, we did.
But,
I agree,
but don't worry, we're going to get into another way of looking at it where I get annoyed at them. But that's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. And eventually we gained a point on Ipswich.
Yeah. It could have turned out worse. I think it's fair to say. A lot
worse, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir. Just a couple more. This is Steve. Steve almost won a Premier League medal. Steve slipped. Steve has no titles. Don't be like Steve. Poor Steve. Speaking of Steve, can I have just one Premier League medal, please? Every bloody year. And get the new Liverpool fragrance. Smells like failure with essence of piss. It's Eau de Toilet. Get it put in Christmas stocking. Yeah. Jersey Chris, love that. Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to look down the table and see how Man United are getting on. He may have said that. I can't guarantee that. One more. Oh no, not one more. It's a lie. Gibraltar conceded 14 goals against France. Manchester United considered that challenge accepted, with Maguire at the back anyway. But anyway, just Marcus Rashford. I mean, he fed kids, so I really shouldn't mock him that much. But anyway, did you know Manchester United got destroyed by Manchester City's female team last week, which meant Man City had the opportunity to create a knee slide compilation of all their goals at Old Trafford this season. Yeah, that's the thing they did.
I'm just reading Lord Greenwood's comment. I don't think he knows what Firpo is to us.
David, he's from England, but he's in Seattle currently. I believe is the right way to describe it. Breaking news. I've taken ownership of Leeds United Football Club. I'll be appointing Ben the head of drugs and Mr. Ross the social media manager. Firpo will be sold for a large supply of Kit Kat. Wow.
We're keeping Firpo if you want me to be.
More importantly, is David sleepless in Seattle? He's a good lad, David. He's a good lad. He made sure I got an Uber away from Ellen Road. Yeah. It's true. Tom, don't forget. Yesterday morning, afternoon, however you want to slice it, the game between Man City and Liverpool. You had Peter Drury on commentary. Real knowledgeable people about myself. No, I'm no fan of Drury. Where he sat there like first for second, Guardiola versus Klopp. The cosmic ballet goes on, leading Gary Neville to go, does anyone want to switch seats? He must be a nightmare to sit next to. Yeah, everyone loves him. That's the one good thing about being in Championship. I don't have to have a game commentated on by Peter Drury.
No, we get Don Goodman.
Yeah.
Did you hear him? For about 20 minutes ago, he was trying to talk a winner up, wasn't he, from Rotherham? In his best fucking way. Cock. Twitter, right, coming.
The one thing he said that I will agree on in the way he worded it was just simply, when we conceded the goal, he literally went rubbish, and I thought, yeah, like why waste 100 words on it? That's what it was. But anyway, spoiler for what's got you know the score. But anyway, taking a play out of a page out of Mr. Ben's book, we will at some point. But I just thought would throw up. That was for anyone who, for completionist's sake, this was the lineup for Rotherham. I forgot we were playing. I thought we were playing a team called the Millers. It's their nickname, isn't it? So yeah, that was part of their lineup. That was part of our starting lineup. Again, I thought it was a strong lineup.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, the King Furpo's back, so that obviously had me jumping for joy. This is how Rotherham lined up. That quickly shifted into a back six, I think it's fair to say. This was how we lined up with... changed the record. Like every week it's the same, because that's how Farker plays. As I know you like it, Mr. Ben, we were live at the New York Stadium in Why is it called New York Stadium?
Why is it called that? Anybody know why it's called that?
Dion Dublin is worse. Hit the like button. Jesus, I didn't realise Leicester were 10 points ahead of you. They shouldn't be, but they are. And Colin Bramall, formerly of Arsenal. Yeah. New York Stadium. Yeah. Also, that's how it looks like, also, from another view. Just the We All Love Leeds podcast, which also doubles as a stadium tour of the opposition. But for anyone that wondered, that's just what it looks like inside night. So, yeah. Where it was mainly filled with Leeds fans,
road, as you can see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nowhere near York Stadium. Yeah.
Looks like B&Q Arena.
All right, so how did you make the opening stages of the game, Mr. Ben?
10 minutes, great. Loved it.
Okay.
So, yes, they're going to get stuffed here after we scored. I thought, great.
Okay, so I like the goal in that it was quick. We beat the offside trap because we were decisive in our passing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stopped being decisive in our passing, and then we stopped beating the offside trap. Like, I don't think that was a coincidence.
Started being sloppy and slow and lethargic.
American owners. You could be right, Emerson. I actually don't know who owns Rotherham. I want to say I should know, but there's no reason I should know. No reason. I've already given far too much respect by showing their stadium for free. They should be paying me for that. Anyway. So, as Ben described earlier, so we had Kamara to Ruta, already to Somerville, then Somerville's away, then Somerville scores, and goal. Actually, I should do that a lot quicker, shouldn't I? Right. Bang. Go. Yeah. It really was that quick, though. Like, it was... There's too many points there, but it was incredible stuff. I like, and at that moment, I thought, all right, this is good. We're cooking here. We've got to get what we could get 3, 4, possibly. Dr. Leeds then showed up, unfortunately, and what did you make of Somerville's miss, the second one, where he tried the same thing again?
Well, I'm not going to criticise the boy too much, but he shouldn't have took the extra touch.
Yeah.
I'll put it down to the keeper, got out well.
Yeah. What did you make of Kamara belting it into the side netting?
Oh, fuck me.
Right. Okay. So, all right, we'll get that. We'll get it out of the way. It's time for Daniel Farker.
I knew it was coming.
Team.
No, I always knew that was coming. The minute he put the board up, and then they got the ball, and I just thought they're going to score it, and they did. So I'm sorry for jinxing our team. But...
Oh, there's no way we'll keep him if we don't get promoted. That's just Stevie Wonder could tell you that we'll have to sell.
He gets another year, or at least another half.
We'll see where that goes. So Daniel Farker then made some changes on the 45th minute before half time, where he then replaced the back four for 4 clowns, and then we got bang, all constantly not retrieving the ball in this situation, and then goal. There was at least 4 attempts.
Not over the line. It didn't go over the line. Look,
didn't go over the line.
Nah.
Oh, actually, that might have actually been where it rebounded out off the back of the net, go back out. But it was criminal. Fuck off. That's in that video, isn't it? Where we come off the team bus. Have you seen it? Where we come off the team bus, swearing at all our players, and they take one look at camera.
Small.
Yeah.
You small, what? They're just a joke, aren't they? It's like, get a job, you bum.
I love that they took one look at camera and went, you hear one in the background behind the camera go, oh, he was quite good at Rangers last year, actually.
Come back to us. Jamie, come back to us, Jack. Yeah. Come on,
come on, Charlie. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We all know the one. So yeah, and I liked how the comment literally under Leeds notifying that there was a goal conceded is that face, and it was like, just it wasn't good. I don't understand why a professional footballer, between 4 of them, couldn't put the foot through the ball and put it, not in the stands because I had a long throw specialist, but, put it down the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, put it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, hindsight.
It's the sort of thing you get told to do when you're 11, Ben.
Oh, no. I'm no younger than 11, mate. Younger.
Honestly. Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the first things you get taught when you're playing football. Anyway.
At least women do it.
Yeah.
But they do it when they're shooting, so.
That's true. Right. Well, stay with us where we'll, as a bonus content, we'll review the penalty shootout. We're not reviewing the penalty shootout.
No.
Wikipedia said the reason why it's called the New York Stadium is due to land that the stadium was built on. Oh, interesting. It's not built in or on New York. If it was in York, it would make more sense. Well, thank you, Emerson, for
Scotland.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Doncaster is Scotland.
I'm sorry, say that again. Sorry, what?
Doncaster is Scotland.
It's Scotland.
Yes. Google it. Have a look.
Oh, I have no reason to not believe you. Why would you make that up? It's just mental enough to be true. Okay. Well, thank you, Emerson, for that. Thank you, Ben, for that. And you know what? As we're still here, thank you, Lord Greenwood, for being Lord Greenwood the Fifth. What a character. So, half time, 1-1. Just then my bollocks nearly dropped in the 52nd minute where Rodon gets the ball. He's got so much time. So what he decides to do is passes it straight to their player where the ball rebounds backwards, behind him, to where Ampadu is like, oh, okay. And I'm saying at this point, like, oh, Ampadu's going to mop this up. It's all right. And then I'm like, wait, what? Ampadu's lost the ball. And then he manages to get the shot off behind, beats the goalkeeper, And Liam
And
Cooper has managed to
the
get.
one you don't expect to save us season.
Yeah. As I saw it
Thank you, Liam.
happening, I'm thinking, Cooper, get your ass behind the keeper. and he did. But, oh my God. I was killer. Daniel Farker's doing a very decent job. How high would you rank him in recent times? Well, yeah, basically. Currently, obviously, in the... Where's the cut-off point? Like, following David O'Leary? Grayson? I don't know. But yeah, I think he is doing a decent job, to be fair to him. But
Yeah, but they don't get ranked until they've done something.
exactly.
We've had too many to actually even score. They've been that shit.
1 week, let's say, like during the March international break, we should probably do a tier list of like every Leeds manager. Maybe not including the ones that obviously we've not actually been alive, like the 1930s guys, because that's not fair on them. Like Reevy onwards, probably, possibly.
Yeah.
It's an idea. Darko Milanic, the month he was in charge of us, still above Brian Clough. Anyway, Daniel James played a sexy pass over to Willie Nonto, and Willie Nonto caught that sexy pass and he controlled it, well enough to fire a shot, but the shot went over.
And I'd like to disagree with Don Goodman here, because he wasn't aiming. That wasn't a fuck up like Cameras. He was right with Camera. Camera should have put it across goal. He was aiming for that top corner. He just overhit it.
Basically, if he'd have got that ball on target, wherever it went on that target, it's a goal.
Yeah,
exactly. Whereas Camera was too out wide to do what he tried.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know that when you're not a striker. I'm guessing. No. I don't know. To Messier's credit, he did make a save where he got the outstretched leg when we got caught out in defence again. So credit where it's due. Bamford then pops a shot wide. You can see him at the top right of the screen. I think his hands are in his head is in his hands at that point because he just Bamforded it. I don't know. So that was the thing. Dan James then came off, but not before. Was Peltier sent off for this, Ben?
No.
Was Leeds awarded a penalty for this?
No. Dusty.
I don't understand how this was not punished. Especially Sky made the point of this is basically what Romero got done for.
If that was not punished and was not in his report, he hasn't seen that, so he can still be punished for that, am I
right? You could be right. Russ, you're a refereeing expert. Can he be retroactively punished for this? Not that it really affects us if he is.
Bamford was done for it. There's been a few done for it afterwards because the referee said they haven't seen it. If he'd have given a foul and no bookings, then he's seen it. He's just thought it's worthy of foul. But because he's not given anything.
Yeah, no, I don't know enough to confidently say either way. But ultimately, though, Ben, it doesn't. Even if he did get a 3-game ban for it, it don't help Leeds, to my knowledge. I don't know. Yeah. Hoping for a bounce back on Wednesday. Ticket ball. Repeat of my last visit to Huddersfield would be nice. It wouldn't be the worst thing, David. I knew Russ would be in his VAR room. Be nice to Russ. I did request his expertise, to be fair on that. He knows more about reffing than I do. So, well.
I know enough about reffing. They're all wankers.
Longfellow couldn't have said it better. But anyway. So, Pascal Struijk then directed a header wide. A minute after I'd confidently said, put the ball on Pascal Stoic's head and we'll be fine. We weren't fine.
Should have scored.
Yeah. Jayden Anthony then scored in the 90th minute. No, he doesn't. Why? Because Patrick Bamford is offside. And I will admit, I was very annoyed at the time because I felt this was bullshit. But if you look at it from the other angle where the camera is to the right of that line, he is offside. But I still don't fit. It annoys me that there will be a time where that exact positioning happens and they won't call it because he won't see it. And I know you're gonna say that's the way it crumbles, that's football and all that. Yeah, but in the moment, I could still be annoyed at it.
It should be daylight between the two offside. There was no arguments when that was the case.
Yeah, I genuinely believe 10 seasons ago that's a goal. But then it may have gone down the other end and we've got away with it. I don't know. You tend to more remember when you haven't got away with it than when you have. But anyway, that's the look of a man who's not happy with the night's work. And just sad days. Do you have any general thoughts on it, Ben?
Yeah, he could have made better subs.
Okay. Not to say you're wrong or anything, but just to help you out with this, I'll put the line up at what subs. What would you have done and when, off top of your head?
And when?
Yeah, roughly, like you say, you could have done better.
I wouldn't have fought for Fader on all Bamford on. I'd have brought Cooper off a lot earlier for strike.
Okay.
And Nonto and Anthony would have come on wide. And I would have maybe switched Jorginho and put Pirro up top.
Yeah.
Maybe put Gray in there, and then bring a right back on.
Okay.
Which has to be Ayling. But I didn't think we were threatened by them, so not really enough that Ayling's going to be needed. But I just thought that the subs were shit.
Paul Smith in Calgary saying poor versus Rotherham, no energy, no urgency.
Hi, Gary.
Point gained. I suspect we'll move on. Yeah, no, it's fair. We were saying before we came on air, like it felt like such a to watch it. It was like such a championshipy match where for the first 8 minutes we dictated the pace like a team that should be in the Premier League, dominating, and then it became sort of we then just slogged along with their pace of football, and they were very happy to do so.
Felt like they were still on international break.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a point get to at the end. But it's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be like, Rotherham ain't supposed to set out in a way to let us win. I mean, it feels like that happens to other teams, but it's a Yorkshire derby, so of course they're gonna be up for it and things like this. And I just, it was just, I wish I'd been doing other things on that Friday night.
Better, didn't it? Yeah, Ipswich losing. That made it a better weekend.
Yeah, that it felt very much like we've used our get out of jail free card in November.
And the fact that we're still in third because they lost their lead late on as well. Thank you, dog botherers. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, that was appreciated. Thank you, Huddersfield. I think we might as well look into that now. We'll put up stats. No, wrong one. Oh. Sorry. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, I can't get staff these days. By that. Anyway, so so as you can see there, I felt we didn't deserve to win the game, but statistically, it looks like we did. But I just felt like we. How do you put it? We had more chances, we had better chances, but the chances they had, they really should have scored.
Mm-hmm. And this is a true reference of what's the word I'm looking for? Example of why stats are bullshit.
Hmm.
You should go with what you see, not what the fucking numbers tell you.
Yeah, but like 75%, like that generally is reflected in how much of the ball we had. But it felt like we didn't do anything with it. We were quite happy.
But how many of them
like,
passes went sideways and backwards? You know,
yeah,
just keeping the ball aimlessly.
I'm gonna give Rooter a pass because he's ill. Like, I'm amazed that he was actually out there for as long as he was, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the rest, some of it was good, obviously.
Some of it, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. The rest, it was very. I'm willing to forego it as a one-off, but we can't afford much more of that. Really, can we?
Yeah.
The Championship's very forgiving.
Shitty goal.
Yeah. That goal was a joke.
Conceded a shitty goal. It's against the shit teams as well, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yet they can go to Leicester and do that.
That was I was saying it in our chat. Like, what angered me more about this result was the fact that we put in like an immense effort at Leicester, and we're not really any better off for it. It feels like, but that's the nature of the Championship. You can beat the team at the top and then not beat the team at the bottom. And yeah, football, unfortunately. Leaky at the back, wasteful in attack. Same thing we say most weeks. Exactly. Jimmy's not wrong here. It feels like we're replaying a record on a weekly basis. Sorry, what was that, Sir Ben?
Make a song out of that. Leaky at the back, wasteful in attack. When going to win the league.
Yeah, it's Jimmy's own football chant. Yeah, but Gary, and so that's what happened on Friday night. I think we should have a quick look at what happened elsewhere through round 17, I believe it is. Day quit game or rounds or whatever. Yeah, but we stunk up the joint on Friday. Leicester obviously took advantage of that. Barely again. Birmingham got their first win under Wayne. So the Brothels obviously did really well Saturday night.
If he hadn't have won that, then fuck me.
Oh. Yeah. I can't wait to play them. After they beat us, they squeaked past us 1-0 when our players were on strike. And they celebrated it like it was like Tom Brady flew in for the occasion, and bloody ITV couldn't wait to interview. They were like, "Oh, Tom, tell us how much you love this great sport," or whatever it was. It was like, "Oh, you motherfucker! I can't wait you come to Enham Road. We'll give you fucking pasting." Sorry.
He's a cock, isn't he, Tom Brady? Can't fault what he's done, but cock.
Yeah. He should have been part of that consortium that just gave us money for no rope. But
yeah.
Anyway. Norwich beat QPR. Cardiff beat Preston. Oh, I thought Preston. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. It's a Championship. You can forgive me for not knowing every result off the top of my head. Coventry won at Millwall. The same Millwall that I believe will be playing Ipswich in midweek. So let's hope we can get some Championship-y comeback there. Plymouth beat Sunderland. Swansea I think they were beaten Hull 2-0. And then there was a comeback. Paulson says we have Jim Layton in goal, Tommy Cooper at centre back, and Eddie Murphy at left. Yeah. Bristol City beat Middlesbrough in the end. So it was 2-2. Blackburn won. Obviously, the real big results here were Huddersfield drawing Southampton, as Ben already mentioned, and as Ben already mentioned, West Brom beating Ipswich was massive.
I think also Bristol putting a dent in Middlesbrough will be a crucial result because they look like they were on a trajectory.
I'd argue the same about Sunderland as well. Like generally, they were like looking at being a playoff team as well. So whatever way you slice it, you have a good week, you can fly up. We say every week you fly up that table. You have a bad week, you could soon find yourself somewhere you didn't think you'd be, and that's it. So the upcoming games. It's another Tuesday, Wednesday night championship-a-thon. So some games on the Tuesday night, or is it anyone who...
Oh, God. Sheff Wednesday, Leicester.
Oh, my God. And will Sheffield Wednesday park the bus against Leicester like they did against us? Of course not. Of course not. So Lord Greenwood doing the Lord Greenwood with Leaky at the back, Wasteful in front. Sounds like a Saturday night out in Rotherham. Well, I should have known. So on Wednesday night,
God.
Yeah, the top four are all playing on the same day. So that's really interesting as well.
At the same time, who's the 8 o'clock kickoff? Who's the actual Sky game?
It's Ipswich and Leicester, I believe. Ipswich and Millwall. Sorry, my apologies. So yeah, but we really have got to start ramping up the pressure on Ipswich because they're already they're now dropping points to a degree, and we've got to really make them feel like we've got to do to them what Southampton are doing to us, or failing on Saturday.
We need to reel them in as quick as possible, don't we, and get them the fuck out of the way.
Yeah,
they're just pretenders in my eyes. No offense.
Ipswich play Norwich, then us, then Leicester. Like it's in a combination of that three, and if they get through that, then
then
through that.
I'll eat my words. But if they come out of that where they had 2 defeats, off you go.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll move that away. So we'll pull up our little table, and unfortunately, we are on track for what we predicted, but not in the right order. We just need to beat Swansea, quite frankly. Don't the Chuckle brothers own Rotherham? I'm sure they had a stake in the team. They may have done at one point. Yeah. I'm not. Barry or
technically, there was a third Chuckle, but he wasn't part of the duo.
Ah, interesting. But yeah, I thought the Chuckle brothers were playing for Leeds in defence in that 45th minute.
Did they make a 30-year career out of that? God.
To me, to you. Amazing.
Amazing. And with a catchphrase like that in the 80s.
Oh yeah, but you weren't up against much competition back then. Once you got your nose in at the BBC, they were like, all right. There's not much you could do to actually get taken out of it, because I was going to mention, you don't have to do this. Yeah, I was going to mention a series of crimes. Sorry, Ben?
Yeah, they were ITV Chuckles, so that's maybe why.
Yeah. Fair point. So, what are you expecting against Swansea?
Drubbing. I want the drubbing. Not off them, from us. I'm sick of just limping through games and not coming out second half. What the fuck?
We'll be playing Who do we actually have on Saturday? It's Middlesbrough at home, I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need 6 points.
Yeah.
I won't accept anything less.
I ain't going to predict a score because every time I predict a score, I predict us to thrash someone, and it's just not that way. So I'm just going to leave it this week.
Hello, Walkwind. How you doing,
Well, we've got
mate?
Swansea, Borough, then we're away at Blackburn and Sunderland, then we're at home to Coventry and Ipswich, and then we play Preston, and we've played everyone.
That's just a list of you read that list. That's like, fuck, we're in the Championship, aren't we? That's the sort of things you get.
Yeah.
Paul Smith says if we don't go up this season, we could lose a few, so we must get promoted, invest and build. Nono may go in January too. Yeah, that doesn't sound as disastrous as it did in August, though.
Yeah, I don't care. He's shit. He does fuck all when he comes on, doesn't he? It's like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
He spends most of his time, it was when he was in the Premier League as well, spent most of his match time actually just looking at the ref going, what, why didn't I get what I wanted?
He's up to about 40, doesn't he? 20.
Yeah. Have you seen that Lazio player that it turned, it's like 20 years ago or something, but it turned out like his birth certificate had, he was about, this player, I can't remember the name, but he was about 40, but he was supposedly 21. Crim Ben. Oh, I've got to find it and show you it. It's like none of you were suspicious, but anyway, it's another story. As we were saying, I can't see anything other than 2 Leeds wins. I don't mean sound arrogant with that, but with our standing and the players we have, that should be the bare minimum we expect, right?
Yep.
So we will do. Oh, hang on. Paul Smith said nobody took control or ownership, lack of match management at 49. Yeah, exactly. 45. Not ruthless. Yeah. Like I said, put your foot through the ball. I don't care if Daniel Farker has you on the training ground all week, learning like how to pass the ball out. Like he wants it's really sexy when camera like spins on the ball and like spins his way out of trouble. That's amazing. But in the 45th minute, when you've been told 1 minute added time, boot the ball down the other end of the pitch. I don't care what Farker tells you, just boot the ball down the other end of the pitch. Because all they can then do is try and send the ball back over, and you're then at the advantage of getting rid of it again. But instead, you just all between you gave them the ball and made it easier for them each time to get that shot off. But that's football, unfortunately, because I imagine there are a lot of goals that we've scored this season, Ben, where they're talking about our goal that we, like their fans are sat here on YouTube talking about our goals like they shouldn't be goals. But we're sitting again, it was a great goal, like Somerville, he curled it in or whatever it was, a Jorginho Ruter's goal.
They got up the pitch and they scored. So
yeah,
and then they seem to make their tactics look decent whilst playing shit. But ultimately they did a job on us. And they did a job on Ipswich. And let's just hope that they do a job on Leicester. So
yeah. And now we've said that 7-0 Leicester incoming. Because I don't know what it is about Leicester, but they just grind it out. I don't.
That brings in a tidy little segment, doesn't it, Leicester?
Oh, you're 100% right. It is time for Mr. Ben's Wanker of the Week. Mr. Ben's Wanker of the Week. Who is your Wanker of the Week?
One day I'm going to record that. This week it is Jamie Vardy. Not because he scored 2 goals, just because he's a wanker. And because he scored 2 goals.
And that's your wanker of the week. Yeah, good evening, BX, or good afternoon for you.
I like that.
How are you, sir?
You put that there.
Thank you. I experimented with it. Because it actually did say player of the match, and I was like, nah, we can change that. He could be something else. But he has done. He certainly has done. Just don't tell his wife your private business on Instagram, allegedly. So yeah. And by all accounts, she's a lovely lady. Yeah. So that is your Mr. Ben Wanker of the week. Oh,
who's married to a girl?
Mr. Ben Wanker of the week. Yeah. So it's now time for Mr. Tobbs' question of the week.
Mr. Tom's question of the week.
It's a lot better this time. Strangely, it's a lot better. So the Mr. Todd question of the week is: who were the 4 players signed for Leeds United by Terry Venables? And I will give you all a clue: 2 were permanent, 2 were on loan. Could do with a countdown music here.
We'll get sued.
Yeah, it could be worse. Could have Carol Vorderman come around your ass. Don't use the music. But yeah.
We have no takers on this at all.
No takers. No one wants to know the 4 Leeds players signed by Leeds, not for Leeds United by Terry Venables. Should I put up a photograph of the 4 players? Unfortunately not. He's a O'Leary signing. I actually think Venables sold him. Could be wrong.
He retired, didn't
he? Yeah. No, he's also a he's O'Leary as well, isn't he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put up a photo of the 4 players. A real murderer's row of signings, let's just say.
Yeah, I think one of them's recognisable to most.
Yeah.
The rest is but I do like Bruno in the middle there.
At first, I thought it was Harry Kuehl, but obviously it's not.
Yes, that is Nick Bambi or Greenwood.
That is 1 out of 4. And if we're being truly respectful of the audience, it would just be wasting a lot of time. Nah, you're not. You're just not. You're really not. So I'll give you another 30 seconds. I'll give you enough time to Google the Leeds 2003-2004 season. No, 2002-2003 season. Apologies. But still. Which one do you think would win a fight?
Bruno.
Oh, of course.
Just because of his name.
Yeah.
Right guy that's like Mike.
You're right, mate. You're right. Pat. Pat. I didn't mean to look at her, Pat. Sorry. Yeah. The answers are... Nick Barmby, 2.75 million from Middlesbrough. Paul Ocon was a free transfer from Middlesbrough. Teddy Lukic was on loan from AIK Solna, I believe they're Swedish, and Raul Bravo on loan from Real Madrid. In the era where, Leeds getting a player from Real Madrid, he must be good.
Just like Leeds are getting a World Cup star. He must be good.
Yeah.
Okay, Junior rocks up.
It was amazing. Roque, I've won the World Cup Junior, and then goes on to score, concede 16 goals in 4 games, and then goes back to Milan. Like, job well done, clearly. But is that Juan Sebastian Veron's crap cousin? It is. It's his non-union Mexican equivalent. And then Lukic played for Sweden. Yes, I forgot what he looked like. Yeah. So that is the Mr. Tom question of the week. And if Russ Morgan is still knocking around, we'll gladly take his question of the week. Otherwise, we are going to do our disappearing act for the week, like magicians. Like, where we gone?
And I hope I was a bit more active for you this week.
I did love the activeness.
I was on nights last week, so I apologise to all. I was a little bit tired, so yeah.
It's in reference to a comment from a gentleman last week who was like, "Is Ben okay? He seemed a bit subdued." He was like, "I thought Ben was fine. He's just tired because of work, of course." And look who it is. Look who it is. It's the Arsenal fan circle. Oh, Ray. No, seriously. It was nice that Ray promoted us earlier. So, very nice of him.
Thank you, Ray.
And
we'll promote you. Everybody who watch that Arsenal fan circle channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Something I'll never ask you to do because I don't beg for things. If you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. It's up to you. I don't care.
And as Director John says, don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses. And it's not really, that ain't really a culture here, is it?
Don't forget the outro, Tom.
I'm not going to forget the outro, although I am immediately going to forget the outro. Oh, one thing I did actually forget, I thought it should be referenced to any boxing fans out there. Congratulations to Katie Taylor, who won last night. I've not got the greatest knowledge of boxing, but I do know that she is a massive Leeds fan. So I thought it was relevant to bring it up. And so congratulations to her. Apparently she's very good at punching people in the face. So
she's getting old though, bless her.
She is. I mean, it's probably not the most flattering photo of her, in fairness, seeing as she has literally been punched in the face for half an hour or whatever it is. But in all seriousness, congratulations to her. And thank you to everyone that has supported the show. Ray, Sam, Lord Greenwood the 5th, Jimmy, all the regulars, even Emerson. Good show, funny in parts. In parts, it was wall to wall hilarity. No, I'm joking. It wasn't because talking about Leeds conceding goals, that's probably the part where he thought it was really funny. Good show, funny in parts. Can't wait for the under 21s match against Leeds in 2024. Ooh. Good show, lads. Sorry, was on the blower. I'll leave the question until next week. Understandable. No problem, Russ. Thank you for turning up, though. And John said, my type of woman. Oh, Katie Taylor. Yeah, of course. I immediately forgot what they were talking about. So don't come for me, Katie. Respect. So have a good night from Gary, who also runs a show. Actually, his show's in the thing that is in the outro. He's in the outro. Anyway.
Yeah.
And again, rest in peace to Mr. Terry Venables. And good night. God bless. All that stuff.
Night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
See you next week.
if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you enjoyed it. Happy Hanukkah, crazy Kwanzaa, and all that. So have a great time. Have a great time. And as always, we all love director John. He's the main reason we're able to do this, because he does the work that we don't know how to do. And obviously, thank you to Bandi for making the intro, as always. So, okay, cool. Have a good night.